can at least be honest with yourself. Do you like being rejected? Okay, so then don't do it to yourself. We have that energical exchange where it's very meaningful, and the energy that we share is very meaningful. Were you busy? Just relaxing. That sounds fun. I mean, it seems like everything has been alright, but I know that sometimes we don't voice what we need when we need it the most, so maybe I'm wrong. But in the case that I'm not wrong, I would prefer to have check on you and see if everything has been okay. You can tell me about it. And while you do so, I will gently brush your hair. Hold on. Who taught you that? Well, I'm not sure if that's helpful to you, but you know that being angry is not a bad thing, right? I know sometimes it's scary because we see people that get angry, and they're kind of scary, you know. And we associate anger with like a lot of outbursts, and with screaming and yelling and all these things, but you get to be angry and respectful. Yeah, I mean, for you, you can definitely do it. And trust me, it's better. Yes, it's better to express your anger when it needs to be expressed, instead of keeping it in, and you feel like your throat becomes a little bit tighter and your shoulders become a little more stiff. You know, just, you already see, bring your chest up a little bit. There you go. When you speak, your throat, you are completely open. Chin up. There we go. So that's what I mean. But when you keep your anger to yourself, it ends up poisoning you. It infiltrates your body all the way to your shoulders and all the way down to your belly. What do I suggest? Well, I don't suggest anything other than accepting the fact that you're human. that way, that they made you feel that way. What do you mean they don't care? If they don't, then you know that these people were never meant to be your friend to begin. Because sometimes we get angry at friends and we get angry at family. It's not just the strangers that are mean to us. Yes, I think it's important that you communicate that to the people that matter to you. If they really matter to you, your emotions and your emotional health will be important. Sorry, you have a little something in your eyes. You have a little something. And that seems scary, but I assure you that you're not gonna hurt people by being who you are. You're funny. So why is it that you feel scared when people are angry? Well, because sometimes people are angry and they are not respectful. And they, on top of that, use insults and they try to make you feel the anger or the sadness that they feel themselves, instead of trying to express to you and tell you what made them feel sad so that you can do better in the future for them and for you. Think about it, okay? When you express to someone that something in particular made you feel hurt, you are giving them a chance to get to know you better. No, I don't mean that sharing your favorite color with someone isn't something fun to do, trust me. But it is not as personal as, let's say, telling someone how you feel. That's very powerful. No, I don't mind if you're answering your text. It's fine. I'm just gonna brush your hair in the meantime. Yeah. So, that's pretty much what I want you to remember, okay? It's that there's one little thing that brings you from being an acquaintance with someone, so not knowing them really, really deeply. And that little step brings you to a friendship or a meaningful relationship. But you must understand that this small step is very vulnerable. It requires you. It requires you. It requires you to express how you feel. And that can be done in many ways. Expressing how you feel is not just about saying that you had a good day. It's also saying when you are hurt. Because if I care about you, I will not want to do it again and make you feel worried and stressed out, don't you think? Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. Well, that's why I told you. Mm-hmm. That it is important to because we are the one who really wants to do better for you, because you deserve better. Say it with me. I deserve better. Yeah. I know it's very vulnerable to share how you feel, but because it is vulnerable, you feel closer to the person and you feel like you know them better, and that is how you cross the bridge. That's how you cross the bridge between acquaintance and friendship. And this is why we are even so close. It's because you share a lot of vulnerable things with me, and I share a lot of vulnerable things with you. And we have that energical exchange where it's very meaningful, and the energy that we share is very meaningful. You can feel it. Take it. Yeah. Well, that's just one example of how to build a friendship. Of course, since this builds a friendship, you gotta do it with yourself first. It means being honest with yourself. That's what it means. Yeah, telling yourself how you really feel. I hope that when you're telling people that you're okay when you're not, at least you're not believing yourself. I hope that you can at least be honest with yourself. And remember that anger is not scary if you have boundaries for yourself. Boundaries are like decisions that you will not go against once you are put in a certain situation. So if I decide that when I'm angry, I am going to remain respectful, I'm not going to insult people, and I am going to express how I feel more than blaming someone or trying to make people feel the pain and the anger that I feel personally, then I can be angry at a healthy level. Yes. And you know why? Because if you tell someone that they did something wrong, you are helping out the next person who would have had to deal with that. Because you make them realize that there is something wrong with that behavior. Or you are doing it for your relationship with them, where they wouldn't have known specifically about this thing that made you angry or sad. But because they know now, they can do better in the future for your sake. And you matter. You deserve to be respected, and you deserve to be heard, and you deserve to have people around you that are going to show you how important you are and that you matter. So basically, yes, you're like a super hero, because when you state how you feel, and you feel it, and you embrace the feelings, and you really allow people to see what's going on, you are being the 360-degree human that you always were, and you're just stepping into a side of you that doesn't define who you are, but nonetheless is quite important. It's not a bad thing. It's not something to hide or to suppress. It's a part of you. And the more shame you have, the more you feel inadequate, because you do react sometimes, and you do feel a little disappointed, a little sad, the more you reject yourself. And do you like being rejected? Okay, so then don't do it to yourself. Be at least the first to really accept you, and other people will see and understand that. Exactly. And you'll see, even if you're not seeing it now, you'll see it later, that for a lot of people, it's okay if other people cry. It's okay if other people are angry, if other people are disappointed, if other people are lazy. But not them. Not them. It's okay for other people, but not me. Please, 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 not me. I am better than this. And you will see through that because of these conversations that we have. That, yeah, at the end of the day, you either feel better by pretending that you don't care, or by going through the emotion, releasing it, moving on, and just being a human. You don't store all the feelings into your chest, your throat, or your shoulders. You know, your shoulders can feel heavy only if it's because they're being stronger and becoming stronger because you train them. Okay, that's the only form of weight that I will accept you to have on your shoulders. You look so comfortable, so cozy and so comfortable. I'm just so happy that we get to have these conversations. No, I didn't have someone